Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about direct 4x4's two-man adventure tent. This is something we've been using at Wandering Icons for around about the last 5 months, and trust me when I say we have certainly put it through its paces. Over that period of time, our tents have been used by families, couples, friends, in every sort of situation you can possibly imagine. These have been used to wild camp as well as on campsites and some random places you just would not believe you could get these tents and that 4x4. When we set up Wandering Icons around 6 months ago, we looked at a host of different manufacturers and suppliers for roof tents, and in the end, Direct 4x4 was by far the best company that we could find to work with. I will say from the offset that we paid full price for our roof tents, and we have had no discounts whatsoever on these tents at all. So let's see just how long it takes to put this tent up and see how much space we've got inside. The roof tent comes with this really handy telescopic ladder that holds people up to 150 kilos. As I say, with the amount of times these tents have been rented out over the last 5 or 6 months, this ladder has been used numerous times with no issues at all, including the fact that it often gets covered in mud, grit, sand, and all sorts of other things that would really try and hinder its operation. And it just doesn't. It still works perfectly. Now with this tent, you can be in it within around about 60 seconds from parking up, which is absolutely amazing. Trust me, from someone that has used old school roof tents that take 20 minutes to put up in the pouring rain, this thing is an absolute dream. And again, one of the reasons we chose it is because all of our hirers are novices when it comes to camping, and we wanted to give them the easiest experience and safest experience they could enjoy whilst they're up here in Scotland. So the internal width of this tent is only 120 centimetres, which I will admit when I purchased the tent was a little bit of a concern for me. I just didn't think it would be wide enough for 2 people. However, when the 2 tents arrived, we promptly got one of them on the roof and took it for a 12-day trip around Scotland with absolutely no issues at all. I'm 5'11", my girlfriend is 5'9". We're not the biggest people in the world, we're not the smallest either, and we certainly had no issues sleeping in there really comfortably throughout our trip. There was even one particular night we got stuck in the Outer Hebrides on Lewis in a storm for over 7 hours during the night time. Now the rain continued to batter that tent continuously throughout that entire time, and we were very worried about getting blown away, let alone getting wet. In the morning, we woke up, we were dry, the tent was fine, and I have to say that's happened on more than one occasion, and we've been absolutely fine every single time we've used this in pretty horrendous weather up here in Scotland. The tent comes supplied with a foam mattress, and I tell you what, I sleep better in that than I do in my own bed. I'm not just saying that for this video. Part of it comes down to the roof tent, and part of it, there is such an amazing experience to be had sleeping out in nature and sleeping in a roof tent. The tent weighs in at just 88 kilos and is constructed out of aluminium, meaning that it is a lot lighter than its competitors on the market. The inner is dressed with 190 gram poly cotton with a polyurethane coating. The fly and the floor is a 210 ripstop poly Oxford PU coated 3000mm waterproof jacket. What does that mean in real life terms? Well, it means that on those occasions when we've been caught out in really bad weather, we haven't had to worry about this keeping us warm, dry and safe. To fit this roof tent to your car, van or truck, what you're going to need is either a roof rack or roof bars that you can also get directly from Direct 4x4. So jump on their website and I'm sure you'll be able to find some sort of fitting that works for you. Now guys, one of my favorite things about this roof tent is the fact it comes with its own roof bars. Down here at the bottom and on the other side there, you can see those. These roof bars are weighted to 100 kilos, meaning you can put 100 kilos worth of stuff on top of your roof tent and still actively use it. One of the reasons for that is those gas struts that I talked about earlier, and because of that it just gives you much easier use when you're opening up that tent. When you've got nothing on here, it literally lifts itself, and when you have got this with other stuff on and We've used it to put kayaks on and paddle boards and a number of other boxes, and it just means it makes that roof a lot lighter when you are lifting it. The tent comes with 3 major openings. You've got one on the back, one on the front, and the one you come through in on the side as well. Now, all of those openings have a netting, so you can stay cool on those long, hot summer nights. If the weather's particularly bad, you do still have your full PU coated sides, which you can zip up as well. I would absolutely recommend the 2-man adventure tent from Direct 4x4. Not only is the tent absolutely brilliant, but the service that I have received from Direct 4x4 has been second to none. Every time I have had a question or a query about these tents, even when I lost one of the attachments for the tents, I gave them a call and they were very quick to help me out and send out the parts that I needed. If you feel like trying out one of these tents before buying for yourself, feel free to give us a call at Wandering Icons and book a few days away to see if it's something that you're really going to enjoy. I have no doubt that you are, because it is such an amazing experience to turn that key with a roof tent and just disappear into the wilderness for a few days. Direct 4x4 also have a showroom that you can pop down and have a chat with them, and they'll also be able to help you fit your tent if you're not feeling confident to do it yourself. Anyway, that's enough from me. I need to get the dog out for a walk, and I will catch you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.